What's going on, boys and girls? Today I am back out on the Withlacoochee River. It's been a long time since I've been out in my stomping grounds here, but the water level is back down to where it is relatively fishable now. However, I do not know how these fish are going to act because the fluctuation in the water levels from that last hurricane, we hit record highs on this river. I mean, the water was damn near all the way up to the store at the boat ramp that I typically launch at. So yeah, I have a couple of you that have been asking me how the bite is. That's why I'm out here today, try to figure it out. But it is a beautiful day today, absolutely beautiful. Little bit of wind, but you want a little bit. You don't want to be freaking roasting out here. Water temp is 63.6. Primo, boys. I will be doing some pulling today. A lot of what I do here on the Withlacoochee River is I do a lot of swimming the jig. If you guys haven't watched my shallow water jigging tutorial video, I'll link it somewhere up here for you guys to check out. That's a technique that I like to do on this river quite a bit. So I'm gonna bounce between pulling holes, swimming jigs, probably dipping in some pads as I kind of get a lay of the land. And I'm gonna start off with my 11-foot rear seat ACC. This is my go-to swimming rod. And tied on is a special custom grass shrimp hair jig. This is tied by Kevin over at Bitters Baits. And if you guys are interested in getting your hands on one of these, let me know, and I will see about maybe getting some added to the shop. So as good as a lot of this stuff looks, like this right here, it's got a lot of hydrilla and stuff underneath it, so you can't really, you can pull open holes, but you can't really punch through. So yeah, unfortunately, as good as this looks, not gonna prove to be too productive. So I'm going to continue to scale down the edge here and swim the sides with the jig. And if I find something else that might be pullable, I'll give that a shot. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, I mean, it looks a lot better than it did, honestly, in my opinion. Like before, I wasn't even able to troll through a lot of this because the hydrilla was so terrible. I apologize for my loud chair. I was gonna slap some freaking grease on it, but I forgot. But I would assume somewhere in all this, there's got to be some crappie. I think my main challenge today is I'm probably gonna find a lot of good looking stuff like this, and knowing, or just having to pick through all of it, because there ain't always going to be fish underneath every single bit. I'm really impressed, or really surprised there's nothing biting in this little patch. Looks really good, and it's got enough depth below it, but no one's home. Spoke too soon. Oh, mudfish. Old mudder. Alright, cool, we got off. Yep, that's not what we're after. I ain't eating no freaking mudfish today. Alright, I just tied on a chicken variant here. That's typically my go-to on the Withlacoochee, but who knows what they're after right now. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, yes, sirree. Boys, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that's a Withlacoochee special. Oh, yeah. Come on. Am I gonna have to unhook him, you? There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's good to be back. And I am craving fish tonight, so that's where he's going. Yeah, oh man, look at these slammers I'm pulling out of here. Look at these freaking fish, boys. Withlacoochee, all right. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, let me get my unhook 'em on here so I can get these fish off. And I mean, you think they're freaking hungry? Good gracious. Oh man, I'll tell you what, these are some freaking honkers. And I know there's a special little lady out there that wants to see me kiss these fish, so there we go. Beautiful. Y'all see what I'm doing here? I'm not even pulling holes, I'm just finding little pockets to drop them into. But you know, I've been fishing a lot of this since I got out here and ain't nothing been hitting it. This is pretty similar stuff to what you guys saw us fishing over in St. John's. Oh, dang. Someone just piped it. Oh, come on, you. Don't you play with my heart. Yep. That is a nice freaking speck right there. Boys, we're just getting freaking slammers today. Absolute slammers. I mean, how can you argue with that? They ain't jumping in the boat, but if you're patient enough to sit there in these pockets and work these jigs, oh yeah buddy, yeah buddy. Looks like we're just catching hogs all day, boys. Hogs all day. Whew. Yeah, buddy. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Oh, son of a sea biscuit. That was definitely a crappie smack right there. See if he comes back for it. Ah. Third time's a charm, right? Come on. Oh, man. Oh yeah. See, and this is what I mean. They're just light freaking little, just slight pecks. You would almost think it's like a bluegill or something, but nah. This is probably the smallest one I've caught today, but even this is, well, hell, I'll measure him. I would assume he's probably 11, 12 incher. I mean, come on, man. You can't complain about that. You know, when I had my live scope for that short duration, you know, I really didn't catch too many crappie with it. But what it did teach me is that, you know, you can see kind of how they act when they swim up to it. And, you know, same thing, they'll just kind of peck, but it's not a full commit. These fish, man, they're so weird, so finicky. Oh, yeah. Now, this would be the smallest one I've got today. I'm gonna say this is probably a 9-inch. Let's see. He is 9.5. I would keep him, but I got a feeling there's a bigger one under there. There we go again. Little peccaronis in there. So just over my shoulder here used to be a big old island right here, and it's been there for as long as I've been fishing out here, and it's completely gone. You see, gone. That hurricane was freaking serious, because that was a big old grass island there, but it's just completely gone now. Used to be a little path all through here, and that's it. She gone. I'm gonna fish for a little bit longer here before it gets dark, but you know, I'm very happy to see the quality of fish that I'm catching here. There's fish to be had for sure. They're here. What breaks my heart is knowing, and you guys see a lot of what I'm fishing here. It's water hyacinth, dollarweed, and broken up lily pads all mixed together. But these fish like that water hyacinth, and it's looking real nice now. It's not obstructing the main channel or the waterway. It's all pushed to the side. And what kills me is they're gonna come out here and they're gonna spray it and kill it all, and then there's just gonna be nothing. And that is 100% what's gonna happen. For whatever reason, they haven't done it yet. You know, it's been a while since I've been out here, but I don't know, guys. I don't know, but that's what they're in, and they're nice sized fish. So I'm gonna poke around here a little bit more, see if I can find anything. For some of you guys or girls that watch this, and you always hear me talking about dollarweed and freaking water hyacinth, this is water hyacinth. This is definitely not native, which is why they spray it. But anyone that's fished it knows that it's fun and it's easy to open up. And fish like hanging out underneath it. Well, I thought the GoPro was on, and it wasn't. But got a late afternooner here. I was just fixing to pack it in, and he freaking nailed it. Nice. Nice fish. On that note, don't buy GoPros. They are the absolute worst. Now, granted, I've had mine for whatever, 2 or 3 years now, and I put them through, I mean, you see what I'm doing. It's not really that crazy in my opinion, but the batteries are terrible. The camera constantly has glitches, and just like what just happened there. If I had the money, I would definitely switch over to DJI. I've been talking about it and talking about it, and I'll get all the stuff added to my cart. I'm like, yeah, I really want to buy this, but I can't. Because I'm so already invested in GoPro equipment. Anyway, that's my speech. But I am sad that you guys missed that fish. Oh, I hear you in there. Well, thought I'd pull one more out of here, but don't think it's gonna happen. That's okay. I got my late afternoon fish, and I'm happy with that. All right, guys, well, I'm back here at the kitchen, and tonight the old man is coming over. We're gonna go fish out on the river tomorrow morning early. What I'm doing now is I'm basically already filleted the fish I caught. Now I'm just gonna get it prepped and then let it sit in the fridge for a particular reason I will share with you in just a minute. But I'm gonna show you what I got here. So when I do this Everglades fried crappie, basically this is the breading, the main breading. So what I do, I get a bowl full of flour. I have a bowl of a few beaten up eggs. You can add a little bit of milk if you want to, you don't have to, but this is your egg wash. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go fillet in the flour, then fillet into the egg wash, and then fillet into your Everglades breading. And then after that, I'm gonna slap it into this little glass container, put a lid on it, and stick it in the fridge. I have my fillets here. Key component, you wanna make sure your fillets are dry. You don't wanna be doing this when they're freaking soaking wet after you just got done rinsing them, after cleaning them. You wanna make sure you get them cleaned, and then you get them dried off with some paper towels like this. I usually do a few at a time, depending on how large those fillets are. But these are some freaking big whoppers today, boys. Big whoppers. Let's get them all coated up like that. Shake the excess off. Run it through the egg wash, just like that. And then let it kind of drip off there. And the more that you can do this, the better. And that'll keep a lot of clumps from forming in your main breading. Alright. Run that through the egg wash. And I'm going to switch over to my tiggity tongs. Helps keep my hands clean throughout this process. Alright. And from here, just kind of get them coated. Ain't nothing to this, guys. And you don't have to do the double breading like this, but you get a little extra crisp from the egg wash and the double coat. So that's why I prefer it. And I'm going to sneeze because this... Ooh, good gracious. This Everglades breading's got a little kick to it. Whew. That's how we do. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Golly, these are some big old fillets now. Big old fillets. And make sure you don't wash your hands before you do this. That's how you give it a little extra country zing. You want dirty hands. Dirtier the better. I'm just kidding, guys. Wash your hands. Oh yeah, getting them crappies in that flour. I was actually going to donate these fish to a certain family that I'm friends with, but a certain someone in that family lost fresh crappie privileges recently. And you can do this like a, you know, I mean, you can do it the day before. That would be like the max amount of time I'd do this, let it sit. But I mean, usually I will prepare this like in the morning. Like, if I'm going to do a fish fry, I'll just do this all in the morning and then let them sit in the fridge covered up, and it's just going to make for an even better final result. But this Everglades style, this is kind of a fan favorite whenever I do fish fries because it is good. But this one's just a real good, especially if you got a big basket fryer. This stuff's really easy to prep, and you can just dump them all in the basket. They won't stick together because they've had time for this breading to stick to the fillet and really kind of glue to it, I guess is the best kind of terminology. But they will not stick together. It's great. All right, so we are all done here. This is the final result of doing that breading. So now I'm just going to take my lid and slap that puppy on, and here we go. Into the fridge, and you can let that sit. Like I said, I'd say probably max a day is how long I would probably let it sit. But, you know, you do you. And then come frying time, that batter is going to be nice and solidified to them fillets. And like I said, if you got a basket fryer, you can lay every single one of them in there and they're not going to stick together. So that's why you prepare it ahead of time and get them chilled. We're going to wait a while, and when it's dinner time, the puppies are going in the grease. Getting them buns. This corn. What you think, Grandpa? You gonna catch some fish tomorrow?
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah?
Yeah, buddy. After that couple that you showed me the other day, I'm looking forward to it. Made a special trip over here just for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Left all them fish in Okeechobee just to come here and catch a couple in the river.
Yeah. Well,
Christmas might have had something to do with it, but
yeah,
it's all good. We'll see tomorrow.
All right. Grab these puppies. Ready to roll. That's a crispy crappie. Oh yeah. I don't get no better than that. Deal. Although I did drop the ball and I forgot Everglades seasoning. I got the spicy one, but oh man, don't like that, so it's gonna be salt. Alright. Good. What it's all about right there.
Tastes just like the fish sandwich at Culver's.
No, I was gonna say, is that is it Culver's worthy?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to beat the best. It seems weird that dill pickles and fish go together good.
Mm-hmm. Well, my favorite fish sandwich is at Culver's, but this beats it. Believe it or not, Culver's is damn good.
I got him hooked on Culver's.
Yep.
He can't stop.
Yeah.
He still ain't even had a burger yet. He's only eaten the fish sandwich, which it is good. Very good fish sandwich for fast food. Back out on the boat tomorrow. See y'all out there.